Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing real-time strategy game Victory at Sea Pacific. Game features 3 campaigns, but 2 of them are locked initially, so you can only start as the U.S. in the Pacific during World War II. In addition to that, there's a mandatory tutorial in the campaign, which is really annoying, especially if you've played the game more than once, which you hopefully will. They should have just placed the tutorial in a separate game mode. They have a separate menu item for tutorial videos, but they should have just put the mandatory tutorial at the beginning of the USA campaign in there also. There's no skirmish battles, but as you'll see, the campaign is open enough where there's not really an issue with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load a campaign save point that's near the beginning, but past where the tutorials are, so we can skip that nonsense. So let me load that up. And we'll show off the game. So, game takes place in real time, as I said. And basically what you do on the campaign map, you have all these different task force fleets, which are composed of different types of ships, carriers, destroyers, cruisers, and stuff like that. And you issue them orders. So you just right-click on the map. You can tell them to repair or refuel, to patrol an area, to raid an enemy location, to merge with another fleet, attack a fleet or, defensive position, defend or reconnaissance and stuff like that. And then they'll go do that. And again, it's in real time. So right now it's at 1x speed, which is not going to progress very far. But you can increase the speed, obviously. And then when units of opposing forces come into contact with each other, there's a battle, and you can play out any battle you want or skip any of the other battles that you don't want to do, which is pretty interesting, and that it gives you the flexibility to do that. When you have successful battles, you earn war bonds. The war bonds are used to purchase new ships at your shipyards, which for the U.S. are against what is basically standing in for California's coast and Pearl Harbor. So you click on the shipyard thing, and then you have all these different ships that you can use, and then send them out, into the Great Blue Yonder to engage the enemy. You also gain experience points over time, which unlocks additional ships, improved ships that you can use to better defeat the enemies. So again, there's no scriptedness in the campaign other than the initial tutorial. So you're really free to kind of go wherever you want in the map, which is pretty interesting. So again, this is in real time, so you definitely want to take the time and speed it up. So we're just going to kind of speed along here until something happens. You'll notice that the airplanes will automatically engage the enemy, go out and scout around. All of the darker shaded areas you don't have line of sight in. So the Japanese are going after my stuff in Alaska, so I'm going to actually skip that because that's kind of boring. Now the defense force is gone against the atoll here. I actually think, let me slow this down a little bit. So they're going to assault that. Let me actually take my this fleet. They actually are instructed to go after that, but they're just being really slow about it. So we'll kind of wait for them to go after. They're going after this set of submersibles here. Not a surprise, they attacked that. I'm going to have to go up and send a fleet after Alaska here in a little bit. So I sent a scouting thing over to... there go. Okay, so we finally have a battle here. So we're going to enter combat. And then it transitions to the tactical battles. So the first thing you can do is set up a formation. So right here it's set up as circle formation. I'm going to do it as a line. And then you just click OK. Now you can issue orders to either your entire squadron. You can also split them up into multiple squadrons, or you can do individual ships. And if you just right click and click attack, it's just going to send everybody, keep them in formation, and go attack those enemy units, which is what I'm going to do. Or you can go in and micromanage them. You can click on an individual ship, right click to move. You can select different airplanes to use. Now this guy's sailing into the wind, so I can't launch any aircraft right now. Select specific guns, and it'll show you the firing arcs, and then you just left click to fire the weapon like that, which was a gigantic waste of ammo and reload time, but that's okay. So again, you can micromanagement if you want, or you can simply let the game take care of it, which is also very nice that it gives you the option to do both those things. Now, this does happen while the game world is going on, so you can really only be in one battle at a time. So you kind of have to pick and choose which of the battles you want to play out if there's more than one happening at one time. So we're going to eventually get decently close to... okay, so he's starting to turn. And people are going to start firing on them. So you can see that the AI is automatically moving my ships around to get into firing position and whatnot. Keeping my carrier in the back, which is smart. So the AI is pretty good. It's very intelligent about how it allocates your forces, how it attacks the enemy and stuff like that. And that goes for the opposing units as well. Now this battle I should have pretty good superiority, although the torpedoes may be a bit of a concern. But we'll see how it goes. So you can see that I'm kind of gaining and losing radar coverage with them. Alright, now we're starting to get a little bit closer here. So this guy, Mr. Litchfield, is kind of being a little bit aggressive. So let me tell him to go after that one. And the same thing with the destroyers here. It's a very dramatic sound effect when you do that. Alright, so we're going to have those people go after them. Alright, we have combat. Alright, so let me... Oh, and we have... Did he die? No, he's still there. I think he killed him. Did you kill that guy? I don't know. Go after him. I think he did. I think he's dead right there. Now, when you cause damage and stuff... that's the wrong side. Yeah, go fire him. Is that yeah, it's torpedoes. So it's going to send a spread of torpedoes. You can adjust the spread and stuff like that. But again, you can have it do it automatically as well. So my torpedoes should be... there they go. Pew! There you go. Yeah, I don't even care which one you go after. So again, have the AI do it or do it yourself. Oh yeah, I think I just lost that. That's alright. So we'll see how these torpedoes do. I think it's going to miss because you kind of have to lead them a little bit. Yeah, they totally missed. I do have some depth charges, so hopefully that's actually what they're slowing down to lay. Yep, they got him with depth charges. Now, this guy is being a pain in the butt. Yeah, everybody's going after him. So let me have these guys rejoin the formation. Well, actually, let me have the Litchfield go after the guy that's right next to you. Hey, he's getting damaged too. From the depth charges by the bulge. And then all these guys are just kind of hanging out back here. He's surfaced, so they took his ass out. We just have that one guy left. They have some airplanes that are flying in. Some torpedo bombers. Go attack them. Please. I think we keep losing them. Oh, they got two. Oh well. Oh no, there he is. Keep losing them on sonar is the problem. Like, which way did he go? There we go. So the enemy fleet got destroyed, so now I can go back to the main thing. So good job. Good job, good effort. So there they go. I'm gonna actually send them go. Tell them to go after those subs. And that's basically it. You know, you have a lot of fleets at your disposal, a huge map, free-form ability to kind of go where you want and attack who you want. I really like the open world nature of the campaign. At least once you get past the initial tutorials, that really kind of grates me that you have to do the tutorials every time. And I also don't like that only the USA is unlocked. That you can't play as Japan or Great Britain to start out with. Arbitrarily keeping content from the users is never a good thing. There's no skirmish tactical battles, but that's okay because the campaign is really action-packed, so you're not really going to miss having the ability to, fight battles on here. In essence, I really like the idea of this game, where it has a huge open campaign map that you can go after the objectives in any order that you want. It gives suggestions on what to do, like raiding that island or in capturing all these things all the way up to Tokyo. But you can really kind of do whatever you want to capture all the little islands as you go across the Pacific there. It's definitely pretty action-packed. You can accelerate time fast enough where you're not really sitting around waiting for anything to happen. Gain all the experience and the war bonds to build whatever vessels that you want. So really kind of open there as to what you want to do. The game does miss that extra little layer of polish and to really make it a Hallmark title, but it is a very enjoyable title for people looking for real-time strategy adaptation in the Pacific. So I think overall it's a pretty solid game, and I think people who enjoy this types of games will have some fun with Victory at Sea Pacific. That's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.